What are shares and where do they come from? The slides show how companies cooperate. In 2013, Holden Invest audit with a license and has operate technical to carry out these activities, conducted an independent audit of the intellectual property of the Skyway founder Anatoly Unitsky. The total space of the know-how and the intellectual property of the general designer were evaluated on 400,876,433,000 global transport investment was founded after the became the man holder of the rights of the technology and the owner of the intellectual property of the technology. Based on the evaluation, the company decided to issue 400 billion shares with a extendment of $1 each, meaning that one share equates to $1 of the company authorized capital. Some shares were transferred to the Eurasian Rail Skyway System Holding, ESSSH. These companies are founded in the British Virgin Islands. The company goals to create favored conditions of private investors when investing in the project. The ESSSH owns 36.76% of the shares of the global transport investment, which hold the rights of this technology. Now, how are shares different from stocks and why it is possible to buy or sell them? It is important to understand the difference between shares and stocks. Stocks are useful free traded on the exchange. They have already entered the liquid market and freely trade. They're used by companies that are able to self-finance and to stable finance performance. Before the stage 15 are completed and the project is profitable, it makes no sense for the company to go public. So, its assets are not currently being circulated freely, and it would be wrong to call them stocks from a legal standpoint. So we say shares. Investors, registrations, ownership in return their investment and become a co-owner of the company. Liabilities, but selling their shares back is currently impossible. It will become possible after stage 15, and then it is completed and go public. The next question is whether we can receive dividends before stage 15. The company may get the opportunity to pay dividends much earlier than it finished on stage 15. It requires the company to get revenue that become able to self-finance under the right circumstances. They are currently for contracts signed. These are 4 targets projects that we have received advances payment for. 4 targets that show that the commercialization process underway even though it began much earlier. The general designer has said that the activity is bringing in the additional funding apart from the funds that come from fundings that help finance producing and cover separate operating costs. We are interested in getting revenue as soon as possible. It's not necessary to go public for this. The company makes its all designs taking to the account investors wishing with and out concerning of them. Unfortunately, not all investors understand that there is early dividends payment can funding and construction process and competitors can use this to advantage and launch their own products. In that case, we can lose the leading position and there will be no dividends to speak in the first place. The most important thing is the eliminated risk This is all the shareholders' interest, and its production grows, so it will revenue and those the possibility to dividends. The dividends almost also dividends on the number of shares what you have. The more shares there are, the higher the dividends if the project is successful. So what is a discount? How much does it cost for a share during the intellectual property of the evaluation? The cost of one share was $1. The currently adventure projects, and they are certain risk. That's why who we want to become a co-owner of the technology have an opportunity to invest with a higher discount. Discount is a number indicator and how we can do many current cost of share what is lower than $1. For example, with 1.100 discounter, an inventor can go 100 times shares for $1. This means 100 shares for $1. The higher the stage number, the fewer the risk and the lower the discount amount. The investor personal account constantly updated with information on the current discount amount, which sold one investment now. Even though you can wait until complete stage 15, but it is much more profitable to do it and invest now. This means that you will no longer be such a great deal if you wait so long. That you can have less of shares. It will become much more obvious how much of a missed opportunity in your life, and it gives the company enters the market with implementation profitable target. There will be no opportunity to invest. Then, earlier you invest, to more you gain financial.